Oh. If you go down this path, you'll lose them all. Yeah, sorry, she beat me to it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, and this is the first episode of Madoka Magica. Madoka Magica? I don't know what the initial part of the name is. I've only really ever said Madoka Magica, or heard it referred to as Madoka Magica. I guess I should preface, this is a poll winner. I put out a number of shows that I was interested to watch, or I thought people would be interested to see me watch. And this show was going head-to-head with, what is it? Sakura something. It's another magical girl anime that the Sakura is in the name. I can't remember what it was now, off the top of my head. Oh, Cardcaptor Sakura. That was it. Cardcaptor Sakura was going head-to-head with Madoka Magica here. And in the end, Madoka Magica won, I think, by a 50% plus 1 margin. And, yeah. So, this won. And I don't know anything about it other than the fact it has, 12 episodes and a couple of movies, I believe. And it's supposed to have some dark twist to it. I think that's true. I'm not exactly certain. If it does, obviously that's kind of been spoiled for me, but I think that's an element of it being, I don't want to say an older anime, because obviously to me an older anime is like 70s to 80s. This is post 2000s, I believe. There is just a general knowledge of certain anime, and some of them are the ones that have twists, and I believe this is one of them. That said, though, I don't know anything else. Like, when it comes to stuff like this, if I'm trying to keep myself separated from the work, what I'll do for like overlays and whatnot is have my artist do the research. So, and if you like any of this, by the way, count 9X on Fiverr. If you want to hire them, they do good work. Obviously, I've been using them for literally everything on the channel for a long time now. They'll go out, they'll look at the stuff, they'll report back to me, hey, this character seems like it's a good character for you, hey, what do you think about this kind of background art style? I generally just trust their opinion. So obviously, they informed me that there's basically no male characters in this show, so here I am, in wearing whatever I assume the characters in the show wears. As myself, I don't really know. I don't remember, it's been a long time. We've been sitting on the overlay for a while before we got into this. As I said, though, I know nothing, so there's not really a lot to talk about content-wise until we get into it, and then maybe I'll have to say afterwards. So, I say let's go ahead and hop on in and see what we get.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Sort of confusing that we're on a film reel, but I guess it had something to do with the studio. No, it's the same kind of stuff that was in the film reel. If I had to guess, I'd say horror film, and you're stuck within the film. There's a bit of a Doctor Strange element going on, I feel like. Doctor Strange meets Mob Psycho.
ひどい。仕方ないよ。彼女一人では荷が重すぎた。でも彼女も覚悟の上だろう。そんなあんまりだよ。こんなのってないよ。
Sorry, I had to double check for half a second that I did actually start on episode 1.
諦めたらそれまでだ。でも君なら運命を変えられる。避けようのない滅びも。
Is this a dream or is this the end of the show?
そのための力が君には備わってるんだから。本当なの。私なんかでも本当に何かできるの？こんな結末を変えられるの？もちろんさ。だから僕と契約して魔法少女になってよ。
So sort of a Mortal Kombat situation, really. You know, where Raiden gets to the end and he loses and then he breaks the time seal to do it all over again. See, again, I guessed that it was a dream or it was the end, and the fact that it seems like the end and then it was a dream, I don't think it was a dream. I think we're doing the Mortal Kombat 1 thing. Or I think it was Mortal Kombat 1. Sorry, I'm not actually a big fighting game guy, so if I make a reference to that sort of stuff, I don't actually know. See? I mean, the pet thing is there. Although I guess you could have just dreamt of the pet in your dream and then make it something more important than it actually is. Just gonna make a note here that I wish that maybe we didn't have to keep doing naked young girls in anime openings. I understand that there's an element of the magical girl transformation scene that makes it kind of a thing. Just a wholly uncomfortable scene for me, though. I will say, though, the initial opening sequence before the opening itself has me intrigued. I think we met in a dream.
おはようパパ。
おはよう、まどか。
ママは？
達也が言ってる。手伝ってやって。
Okay, I guess there are male characters in the show. I'm sorry, the element that knowing, or I think I know that there's a dark element to this, half expected Mom to wake up dead. I have no idea.
今月になってもう2通目。
直に告るだけの根性もねえ男はダメだ。和子はどう？
先生はまだ続いてるみたい。ホームルームでのろけまくりだよ。今週で3ヶ月目だから記録更新だよね。
さあどうだか。今が危なっかしい頃合いだよ。
Okay, getting ready for school and getting ready for work, right?
本物じゃなかったらだいたいこの辺でボロが出るもんさ。まあ乗り切ったら1年は持つだろうけど。
Numbered. Granted, I don't wear makeup, so I don't know how complicated the putting on makeup process is.
完成。
リボンどっちかな？派手すぎない？
それくらいでいいのさ。女は外見で舐められたら終わりだよ。
Sorry. Just thinking about the fact that you all see me wearing the same shirt every recording.
俺ならまどかの隠れファンもメロメロだ。
いないよそんなの。
いると思っておくんだよ。それが美人の秘訣。
Hey, I'll let you guys know, I shave for you. That's the level of this that you're getting from Hiss.
せーはい、残さないで食べてね。
コーヒー
Little brother is adorable.
おお、いや。おっしゃ、じゃ行ってくる。
いってらっしゃいさあまどかも
Hey, why wouldn't you have pixelated art in your house? Instead of just a one static picture. So instantly, I don't want anything bad to happen to any of this. That is a good dynamic, and I really enjoy it.
おはようございます。まどか遅い。お、かわいいリボン。そうかな。派手すぎない？とても素敵ですわ。
And I don't mean to insult her at all, but she does have kind of a Stewie Griffin head thing going on.
でね、ラブレターでなく直に告白できるようでなきゃダメだって。相変わらずまどかのママはかっこいいな。美人だしバリキャリだし。そんな風にきっぱり割り切れたらいいんだけど、羨ましい悩みだね。いいな。私も一通ぐらいもらってみたいな。ラブレター。ほう。まどかも瞳みたいなモテモテな美少女に変身したいと。そこでまずはリボンからイメチェンですかな。
That'll be the two shows in the lineup now that are going to feature Tomi.
そんなハレンチな子はほらかわいいな。でも男子にモテようなんて許さんぞ。まどかは私の嫁になるのだ。
Again, I have to go leaning back to the opening, though, where everything was in ruins.
どっちでもいいんじゃないかと。その通り。どっちでもよろしい。たかが卵の焼き加減なんかで女の魅力が決まると思ったら大間違いです。女子の皆さんはくれぐれも半熟じゃなきゃ食べられないとか抜かす男とは交際しないように。
So far, this whole show seems to be mostly about relationships. Specifically, preference in men.
今日は皆さんに転校生を紹介します。
そっちが後回しかよ。
じゃあ、あけみさん、いらっしゃい。
うわ、すげえ美人。
Was she the girl from the dream? Oh, right. For some reason, I remembered a shorter, browner haired girl falling from the sky. Kimi Hamura.
あけみさん。
Okay, so pointedly, though, if it wasn't a dream, she should already be a magical girl right now, right?
ミッション系の学校よ。
But also pointedly, she didn't have that pet this morning. The one that's in the opening. Or at the beginning, too.
ねえまどか、あの子知り合い？なんかさっき思いっきりガン飛ばされてなかった？いや、ごめんなさい。なんだか緊張しすぎたみたいで、ちょっと気分が。保健室に行かせてもらえるかしら？え、あ、じゃあ私が案内してあげる。 私も一回行く。いえ、お構いなく。係の人にお願いしますから。要まどかさん、あなたがこのクラスの保健係よね。
Oh, okay, I guess she actually was in charge.
連れてってもらえる？保健室。
But if it was the future and they went and reset everything back, did she give her, did the pet thing give her memories too?
どうして？
Are they like in a loop?
聞いたの。あ、そうなんだ。さ、保健室は、こっちよね。うん、そうなんだけど、いや、だからもしかして、場所知ってるのかな？
Also, I guess what was she doing there at the fight if she wasn't a magical girl in that timeline? I guess dream. I don't know.
あ、あけみさん？ホムラでいいわ。ホムラちゃん？何かしら？
Was that a grimace that she was giving her?
変わった名前だよね。
She's certainly
だ
unhappy.
から変な意味じゃなくてね、かっこいいな、なんて。
Yeah, it's definitely a grimace for what though?
要まどか、あなたは自分の人生が尊いと思う？家族や友達を大切にしてる？私は大切だよ。家族も友達のみんなも大好きで、とっても大事な人たちだよ。本当に？本当だよ。嘘なわけないよ。そう。もしそれが本当なら、今とは違う自分になろうだなんて
Oh.
絶対に思わないことね。
If you go down this path, you'll lose them all. Yeah, sorry, she beat me to it.
あなたは要まどかのままでいればいい。今まで通り、これからも。
As per my previous thing of I hope nothing happens to this whole relationship thing going on. If she becomes a magical girl, she'll lose everything. I think that's the impetus. Saw something about an integer. A moving whiteboard. That's pretty cool.
圏内記録じゃないの？これ。
Not great that she made that sound landing on her neck. I'm just thinking somewhere in the background, Hitomi is nearly qualifying for the Olympics. Well, never mind, that would be back in the 80s. Visions of Escaflowne reference. Apologize.
何それ？わけわかんないよね。文武両道で才色兼備かと思いきや、実は最古な電波さん。どこまでキャラ立てすりゃ気が済むんだ、あの転校生は。もういか、そこが萌えなのか。まどかさん、本当にあけみさんとは初対面ですの？常識的にはそうなんだけど。何それ、非常識なとこで心当たりがあると？ね、ゆうべあの子と。
I mean, to be legit, though, I've had these dreams. I've dreamt of stuff that's happened 12 years later.
まりだ。それ前世の因果だわ。あんたたち。
I just remember being like back in middle school and having a dream of something that did happen.
夢ってどんな夢
Again, like 12 years later.
それがなんだかよく思い出せないんだけど、とにかく変な夢だったってだけで。もしかしたら本当はあけみさんと会ったことがあるのかもしれませんわ。まどかさん自身は覚えていないつもりでも、深層心理には彼女の印象が残っていて、それが夢に出てきた。
That's a pretty fair interpretation.
それできすぎてない？どんな偶然よ。そうね。
I like the logical friend. I like both of these friends, actually.
お先に失礼しますわ。今日はピアノ、日本舞踊、お茶のお稽古ですの。
They're not off-putting. They're both friendly in their own way. Sorry, I'm glad I wasn't born rich. Is a thing you're only going to be thinking for the next 10 years. And after that, it's going to be the opposite. Kind of looks like Puck from ReZero. Okay, so I guess there's bad magical girls? Bad magical girls, or that thing is bad? Same checkerboard pattern as was on the beginning. Isn't that kind of like the door that she walks into at the beginning too? Is that my outfit? Looks like I didn't warn you. What'd I say? Good friends. It's like a genjutsu? I very much was trying not to blink, but I still don't understand what I was seeing. I feel like we got the vision the Ice King has in Adventure Time. Just insanity. Those are words, I can't make out what they mean. Certainly feels like a nightmare. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Does everybody have the same chains motif thing?
その制服、あなたたちも三滝原の生徒みたいね。2年生？あなたは？そうそう、自己紹介しないとね。でも、その前に。ちょっと一仕事片付けちゃっていいかしら。
I would like to even understand what we're fighting. I mean, I appreciate that the transformation sequence is extremely minimalist. Pretty cool power set. Make guns, fire guns.
戻って。魔女は逃げたわ。仕留めたいならすぐに追いかけなさい。今回はあなたに譲ってあげる。私が用があるのは飲み込みが悪いのね。見逃してあげるって言ってるの。
What, we're saying that she's the witch? So the chains are still here, though. So was that just a product of the environment?
お礼はこの子たちに。私は通りかかっただけだから。どうもありがとう。僕の名前はキューベイ。あなたが私を呼んだの？そうだよ。要まどか。それとミキサヤか。なんで私たちの名前を？僕、君たちにお願いがあってきたんだ。お願い？僕と契約して魔法少女になってほしいんだ。
Just like I said in your dream. Okay, there's a lot to figure out here. Specifically, like, here's the thing. In Naruto, right, when you first get introduced to the concept of genjutsu, you have somebody on hand to explain to you what genjutsu is. So, the idea that I think that's a genjutsu is the only thing I have on hand because I don't know what I'm looking at. The world changes, and it looks like you get attacked by a bunch of things that talk to you in a weird language you don't understand. But then she references a witch, which means that there's some sort of outside power that is causing this. Now, is that a summon? Are they summoning a separate world on top of this one? Or is that all in your mind and you're being attacked by mental imagery? I guess there's also the element is the first half of the episode, or the first, the pre-opening segment. Is the pre-opening segment real? Was that just a dream? Because if it was just a dream, how did she dream of all this stuff that she's never seen before? Despite what the rich friend says, which is, you know, maybe you've seen all this stuff before, and it's in your subconscious.
僕は君たちの願い事を何でも一つ叶えてあげる。本当？願い事って何だって構わない。どんな奇跡だって起こしてあげられるよ。それはとっても嬉しいなって。
And she chooses to be a magical girl, I'm guessing? Huh. Again, if the first part of the pre-opening segment is true, but that would raise other questions, like, why was she even there? Also, you know, the other existing question of what the fuck is happening? Because it feels like I was originally thinking she's fighting Space Butterfly or whatever the shadow thing in the background was that's ripping up the city and doing a whole mob psycho on everything. But then we saw actual butterflies in the weird what's happening scene. So I don't know. Maybe the butterfly motif is just happenstance. Because otherwise it looked like, God, I haven't said the name of this thing in forever that I don't even know. Dandelion. They look like dandelions, except that they were attacking with, like, briar thorns and holding scissors. The concept is the other magical girl appears, transforms, then summons, like, 30 muskets, magical muskets that all fire at once, and that somehow clears out all the attackers or the infected space. I don't know. Clearly, I think this is going to be a one that a rewatch is not only necessary but required. Like, I don't know how the hell in one viewing I would pull from this just about anything. Like, literally character names, friendships, and the relationship tree. This is gonna be the easiest thing for that. Because everybody seems pretty clear about what their relationships are to one another. It's the what's going on that I'm gonna have to figure out. Like, I don't know. Y'all wanted me to watch a magical girl anime. That's pretty clear by the fact that Cardcaptor Sakura was fighting this one for what I'd watch. And I will put out there that I've only watched some Sailor Moon in the past. Kore Desuwa, I believe. Is This a Zombie? Is an anime that I've watched, which is I don't know if it's a joke. It's a subversion of the magical girl anime, where a guy dies, becomes a zombie, gets brought back, and then is given magical girl powers. So yeah, some sort of subversion of the magical girl genre, that one. Neither of them was anything like this, so this is probably going to be like my first experience into a show of this nature. And again, those of you more familiar with the magical girl genre can probably tell me, or don't tell me till the end, maybe. I don't know. Obviously, don't spoil me for anything. But would be able to, at some point, let me know if this is anything like other magical girl anime, or if I'm just as confused over the confusing segments as most other people would have been, if it's like its own thing down to its core. Because otherwise, I do like the setups for everything. I am now lamenting the fact that I believe this is supposed to get dark, because I like the establishment of everything that's happening so far, right? The element that we get introduced to this happy family, like, so extremely happy that you'd have to suspect something bad is coming down the pipeline. I don't want to see anything happen to them. I like the back and forth between the mother. That kid is fucking adorable. Like, he doesn't seem like artificial anime child. He seems like just a good kid. Like the one that we saw in the Macross 7 really short film. Like, it was more like an OVA than it was a film, but it was labeled a film. Anyway, honest kids. I love honest to goodness kids in anime. Most of the time. So I hate kids in real life, so it's the odd juxtaposition there. I like her small friend group. You have the logical but friendly friend, and then you have the emotional friend, and they're not bad. They don't have like a negative quality to one another. They riff off of each other pretty well, and I appreciate that. No one at school seems like an asshole for the sake of being an asshole. They seem overtly friendly, if not just in cliques that don't interact with one another, which is perfectly fine. It's our new character who's a bit out there, but I feel like she knows stuff, and that her knowledge of stuff is why she's doing things, so I don't feel like she's unmotivated for no reason either. It's just, I've got to figure out this world building. I got to figure out this world building to know what the hell's going on, because without it, I am just so fucking lost. That said, though, I feel like I am rambling, and when we ramble on this channel, it's time to move on. And I guess the only thing to do here is to come back next episode where I'll have notes about this episode, a board more than likely, because I do a board for character relationships, and then we will take it from there. So, once again, I have been Theta, this has been Stone-Faced Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?